how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Pot's Movie Dungeon. I'm here to give my quick review of a movie I watched recently. That is going to be Silent Night. Now, this is the new American action flick by director John Woo, stars Joel Kinnaman. I went into this with really high hopes. The trailer looked fantastic. I thought this was going to be another great John Woo action flick. And let's just say that I was very disappointed. So basically, if you haven't already heard, this movie has very little to no dialogue. I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 lines in the entire film. The basic plot of the movie is you have the main star here, Joel Kinnaman. Him and his son are playing in the front yard. There's a gang war going on close by. Cars driving by. A stray bullet basically takes out his son. And he freaks out. I don't want to give too much away. Let's just say that he gets injured and he loses his ability to speak. And so the whole movie is pretty much a silent film. Even the people that can talk really don't talk. You get back and forth through text messages and stuff like that. He does have a wife, whatever, after he gets out of recovery. The wife really doesn't speak. They pretty much just stare at each other. It's really hard to really get into these characters and get attached to these characters when there's no dialogue. At least it was for me. I kind of knew that going in. I kind of knew there was going to be very little dialogue, but I thought the action was going to kind of save this, maybe like in a John Wick style. That's kind of what I got from the trailer. It really had a John Wick vibe. And after watching this film, and I kept waiting, okay, this guy, pretty much half the film, this guy's training. From pretty much Christmas, the year his son died, to the following Christmas, he's going from being just your regular Joe, I think he was like an electrician, to try to become this uber Charles Bronson badass that's going to go seek revenge for his son's death. I will say that I did appreciate the fact that when he started doing his training montage, that it wasn't just, boom, 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 he's a badass. It really did show whatever that he was, struggling. He was a regular Joe. He didn't know how to shoot a gun. He could barely do a pull-up. He was still recovering from his injury. And it kind of went for a while of him just really not... You just kind of thought, how's this guy going to do this? And then all of a sudden, as he gets better and gets stronger, whatever, he becomes this Billy Badass. I kept hoping the third act of this movie was going to save it. And I will say that when it does get to the third act, and this is not really a spoiler, you know what you're getting into watching this movie. It's basically it's a revenge movie. The third act of this movie, when he goes to do his revenge, I really was thinking this was going to save this film. It was going to be badass. I was really expecting a lot. And at this point, I needed a lot to save the film. And it just really didn't pay off. It just really didn't. I didn't care about any of the bad guys. I didn't really care about this dude here that much. Yeah, I felt bad for him for losing his kid. But past that, you really couldn't connect with any of these characters. I really thought making the decision to have no dialogue was something that I thought was a pretty brave choice, whatever, because having no dialogue in a film, it's just like I said, it's hard to really grasp these characters. It's hard to really get to know these characters, to give a shit about these characters. And without really having that aspect, whatever, when you have a revenge movie like this, when you get to the revenge aspect of it, you're just not really invested. At least I wasn't anyway. So like I said, this movie here, I want to say I gave it maybe a 1.5 or 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Go check it out. It does have some fairly decent action scenes in the very end. Nothing spectacular. Nothing we ain't already seen 100 times. It's definitely not breaking any new ground. But before we get out of here, I will go through and show you this steelbook real fast, because it is a beautiful steelbook. There's the front. There's the back. And, of course, you have the slip. There's your slide-off slip here. Another picture of the front. Another picture of the back. There's the full steelbook. You get some disc art there. And I will take these out. And you really don't have any inside disc art, but I will show you what you get. Pretty plain. But yeah, nice looking steelbook. Very mediocre movie. Please let me know down below if you guys liked it more than I did. I was hoping this was going to be another Christmas movie that I can kind of throw in the rotation every year at Christmas. But to be honest with you, it really wasn't that much of a Christmas film. You got a Christmas tree in the background, a few Christmas lights. He's wearing a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer sweater, like a jingle bell around his neck for one scene. But like I said, there really ain't a Christmas vibe in this at all. So other than being called Silent Night, if you didn't go into this thinking, oh, this is going to be a Christmas action flick, you really wouldn't even think about it being a Christmas movie, I don't think. So that's my thoughts, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back soon with some more reviews. I'll see y'all next time. Everybody take care.